Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight, because I want to see people and I want to see light. Driving in your car, oh please don't drop me home, because it's not my home, it's their home and I'm welcome no more. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us.
The EcoFlow did quite well though last night. What I found too was once it was taking about 79 watt to charge the laptop, but once the laptop was then fully charged, it dropped to around nearly half of that, up to 50 to be fair. But if I can make sure the laptop's not empty before I start, I'll get probably a little bit longer out of it too. But yeah, it gave me, I don't know, three hours, and the battery's then obviously full. I could have carried on using it. I was in a bad mood, so I went to sleep. But the engine just annoyed me yesterday. When you spend like a whole day doing a few things, and then yeah, and then with the bank too, yeah, that's annoying. It's a nice morning, but I've got to be honest, I like this place. I'm getting fed up of waking up in this port, to be honest now. It's yeah, and if I don't get out of here soon, I'm going to struggle to make any money. Needs to be on the top. Then I need some cardboard, and I threw loads away the other day. Maybe it's still in the bin. So here we have it. Some little bolts here to weigh it back down, and then some bits of wood will rest on the top of here with that just about bent over it. So then hopefully the mouse, this, I don't know. It's necessary. Might just make it, if it quickly tries to turn, prevent it quickly getting back through, and then into the bucket. It's not going to work, is it? Now I have to go onto the mouse/rat infested boat, which I don't like doing, and for some reason these people are cleaning the boat but decide they want to leave the sail out whilst doing it. A little annoying. Well, summer is well and truly here. It is hot. So I've got the stairs off. This is what I meant the other day when I said a bad design. It's just big. Could do with being half of that, just or opening maybe. I debated adding a yeah, but it's, I mean, it is doable. I don't know. It's just getting that out every time you need to get into the engine. Ideally, you wouldn't have to get into the engine that often. Anyway, because I'm charging from the inverter, because, you know, as I said already, more power coming in than I know what to do within the day, I'm gonna use 4 amp hours of sanding, get it back on charge while I'm messing around on the inside, because I've got to get out of here now. Like, and okay, the steps aren't essential, but it's one of them things when it gets to a night time and you sat there thinking, did I get all done today? At least if you're mixing up things that you can do easily, you see progress. With the engine, you know, it's a guessing game. Whereas, you know, if I've got the step panels off and varnished out on the night time when I'm looking over at the steps thinking, oh, they look nice. But I was watching a video about teak wood the other day, and the steps are probably, there's not much teak on this boat, but the bits of teak you've got are the actual step panels, these handrails, and that sanded so quick. That's what it looked like before. That's what it looks like now. With them, I just like to get them done because it's sunny. I like to prevent some damage, and then they can be out drying. I'm not going to use the special boat varnish again because the last time it didn't dry on there. And got the mouse trap set over there. I need to go put some on there. I needed to get some peanut butter, but it's expensive. So, you know, if I can't afford peanut butter, there's no way I'm feeding the mouse peanut butter. But yeah, get a charge worth out of the drill, then get it on charge, and then take a look at some of these engine electrics. It's a minefield, that is, though.
To die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Take me out tonight. Take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. And in the darkened underpass, I thought, oh God, my chance has come at last. But then a strange fear gripped me and I just couldn't ask. Take me out tonight. Oh, take me anywhere.
I mean, it might be a slow progress, this channel, but at least we're making some progress. One battery is recharged, it's only a 2 amp hour one. Then we can stick him in, and the inverter's doing a decent job. Charge controller, solar panel, all the rest of it. It's hot. Should be doing a bit more with this engine today. Yes! Yes! Come on! Don't go off. Oh. Now I can't get it to turn off. Now I can't get it to turn off. When I let go of that. Oh, I'm gonna swear. Fuck, that feels good. Like, oh, the relief. Like, there's probably so much more to do with it, but oh, that's days and days of trying, and today in the blistering sun, I'm like, no, I'm gonna give it one last go. So the starter battery broke, put the other one back in, pulled the, there's something weird about this because when it the two things don't move together. Okay, so something's broke there. We need to sort, because yeah, it shouldn't have revved up. But to get it off, I pulled the cord, stuck it in reverse. It kind of stuck the gear. I don't know what it did, but it went off, and then I got it started again. Oh, how long's it been since a moment like that? Right, it's the next day, and I was about to head off to the shop, but then I thought I'd rummage around and see if I could connect these in parallel without having to go, because obviously the engine wires, the two red ones that yesterday I hammered the things on, they can't reach any further than that, and it'd just be a bit awkward to extend. The easiest thing was if I could wire the two batteries parallel through the connection, through the holes that I already made the other day. So ideally you wouldn't have a big gap when wiring parallel, but you know, needs must. I guess maybe it could have fit in there. Actually no, that one's shallower than that one, but you know, I can probably then, I've got space maybe for two more in there. So two more, let's just say they're around 70 amp hours each. So I've got 140 now. Now let's say there's 60 each, because I think the smaller one is 60 amp hours. So we either find one more 120 if we can find one small enough to fit, and then that would give a total of 240. Anyway, I wasn't meant to show me. I woke up like this. Back to them. So on the Solar Connect now, we can see that they are charging. The battery actually did get quite low last night, so it's not automatically cutting off. Something we maybe need to fix. I don't know why it doesn't have the load output on the charge controller, considering it was a more expensive one. If somebody knows the answer to that, let me know. But the engine switch here is currently in on, and you can see that yesterday off the starter battery the voltage was dropping. It wasn't a problem with the connections the second time, because how I wired that back up the second time, when I then connected it to this leisure battery, well, it was actually that leisure battery, but it made sense for the smaller one to be in there and the big one here, just because it fits better. There's less risk of it touching the top of the sofa. Completely lost what I was saying. Yeah, it wasn't the connections at that point. It must be a fault with that battery, so that can go. It's no use keeping it as a car battery anyway. It came with a boat. Don't know why they bought that. You probably can start a boat off a starter battery for a car, but obviously you wouldn't be able to connect everything else to it. The only thing I've not rewired in is the inverter, because I'm trying to work out how I can make a switch and have the inverter out of the way, because it's ugly and it's sat on the shelf. Whereas if I just wire the plugs in on that boat next door, I had one plug into that and then it went around the boat, so I'm going to try and do the same sort of thing. Back to this, locked my phone. It's nice being able to see on here, and the problem the other night was obviously because it was disconnected when I was a bit confused, but yeah, it's not dropping, it's actually going up. At the minute 43 watts coming in, but it's on bulk. I don't know if there should be maybe a bit more, but the battery seemed to be okay mostly. Yeah, and I'm not going to do it because the door's off, but the light's coming on. I don't know why I've got an oil light. I need to completely look at the instructions for this. It's completely different to my other. I also don't know if, so off position, then this random in the middle position, and I don't know if that's, I don't know what these are for. One's come off, but still can do it, because you'd usually glow, but so I mean, like one off, put it onto there, I'm trying to test on here if it was glowing. 'Cause the battery current saying 430 amps. I'm not sure what they are. That's a bit of a mystery. Or maybe that is glow. It's dropped down to 350. Oh, that's off. No, there, sorry. Does that drop it further? That's put it right up to 390, 380. Something we need to work out, but I need it to not start because the door's not off, but sounds pretty healthy like it did yesterday when it kicked in. So I still need to solve that small wire I replaced. Needs to be a thicker one so it doesn't melt again. And what else was I going to do today? Made some progress with the steps obviously yesterday. I'll probably get them finished today. Glad I don't need to go buy any connectors because it ends up being expensive. You think you don't end up using much money, but you do. But the long blue wire I had, so that's good. It's good I can save all these things sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, coffee time. So thanks for watching this episode. It is obviously back from, where I got up to with the episodes. If a lot of you know what has happened since then because of a series of updates, so if you're not into watching that, look out for chapter 4, which I will be posting the first episode of what I'm doing now, nearly 2 years later. Well, a year and a half later. But there's a lot of things happened, at the back end of that summer, into the winter, before then, this summer, being back in the UK. So I always thought if the footage weren't lost, I would make the episodes once I had a bit of calm and electricity, etc. So yeah, I'll probably be posting these one a day just to get them out there. So if you could give it a thumbs up for me, I would really appreciate it. And as always, thanks to everyone who supports this channel. I don't know if I'd still be here making videos if it weren't for you guys. Because, the winter, honestly, you guys got me through it, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. The good thing is, now, in the current position, I'm able to put, that into the boat, into this YouTube channel, and yeah, there's going to be some sad times to come, but, I did say at the beginning I was going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, so here we are, and yeah, it's taken me a little bit of time to be willing as well to show my fuck ups, if you like, on the internet, but I did say I was gonna, so here it is, and strap yourself in because stuff gets dodgy, but in real time things are looking up. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you next time.